If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC25, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC 25 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 8% using promo code Inception at checkout. Okay guys, so we just checked out probably the craziest evolution this year, to be honest. Really crazy evolution. So many insane choices to go with. So now we're going to go ahead and check out the new GOAT behavior, which is probably not going to be as hyped, but could be good in its own ways, right? So I don't think the video will be as long. I think this one will be like 15-20, but it depends on the choices that currently exist, right? Okay, so with GOAT behavior, right? We're going to be taking a look at a couple of things here. So GOAT behavior evolution is going to give you false 9++, technical inside forward on the right hand side, a finesse shot, technical plus, first touch plus. I mean, to be honest, any card that gets a first touch plus would be amazing. First touch plus this year is way more noticeable than previous years. 100%. Honestly, a card like Rodrygo definitely benefit from it, but I think he would still be formatted very low in certain areas to be like really good. So let's take a look and see what the actual trending players are for this. Pretty obvious choice here with Michel. Is it Michel? Yeah, with this card, pretty obvious things, right? Like meta-wise, they usually format him pretty nicely. Do you get a low driven for this? Is that what it is too? You do get low driven. Yeah, that's pretty good. Inside forward for the right wing position as well. So yeah, Olise will definitely be trending for obvious reasons. You give him the technical plus. A card like this, you always provide, I think, a hunter too. You could give him a hawk. You could. But like the pace, I think you'd want to work with higher pace at this point in the game, you know? I think you'd want to work with higher pace. The thing with this card is always the same, right? You use him on that right-hand side. It would be really nice if they actually provided Shadow Striker ++ for this one too. But even still, you use him on the right-hand side, you cut inside, his finesse shots are going to be pretty crazy. I haven't really used Olise's card that much, or at all. I don't know if I actually ever used him, to be honest with you. But pro players were using him, the Winter Wildcard version, so he obviously must be really good, right? Passing on the card, phenomenal area. Dribbling, also good area, the 5-star skills. That card could definitely cook in that area for sure. Mohamed Salah, who turns into a 5-star, 3-star. This is more so for the gold version of his card, which I don't know if I'd really go down this route, to be honest. I don't think I'd want to work with a 3-star anything at this point in the game. Like whether that's skill moves or weak foot, like you can give me the skill moves, but no, there's got to be cards that are trending a little bit more than this one. So let's take a look here. Popular evolution choices. Salah, I just don't think makes sense, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I can't even check that one. Not that one specifically, but I can check evolutions in general. Lamine Yamal? Meta-wise, I think finesse shot plus would definitely be pretty important for him. I feel like he's probably going to have like way better versions of cards nowadays. On a hunter, I mean, he still gets a few things here and there that's definitely very nice, 100%. Striker plus with a false 9. I mean, yeah, you could definitely use him on that false 9. It could be okay. Inside forward right wing would definitely be the main area, but it's a little bit weird for him because he has Trivela plus, and you're using him on the right-hand side with Trivela plus. Nothing too crazy there, I don't think. Trivela plus would be helpful on that inside forward if he contextually hits shots to the near post whenever you get yourself into those situations. Contextually is just like you shooting, and he just decides like, hey, it makes sense for me to shoot the ball to the near post here with the Trivela animation. Which, to be honest, when they actually do hit that animation, it can be pretty decent, right? It just depends on the situation. Obviously, Strike Force is going to be the one that's trending the most here. But Ibarbo also gets a card. So this card gets a first touch and a technical plus, which I do think would be a pretty big deal for him. I I think for this card, honestly, not really poorly formatted on a hunter. I think he actually has a lot of really good stuff. Again, this is why I stopped doing the reviews for these evolutions, because this card to the other one, it just didn't make sense for you to pay 100k for it, especially with what you're looking at right now, because this card is right-footed on the right-hand side and gets inside forward plus plus for the right wing position. Technical and first touch would both be really nice playstyles for him in that general area. But you also still have like bruiser, rapid, quick step, aerial, finesse shot, trivela, and a low driven too. So on a hunter, this card could do a really, really solid job, to be fair. Dribbling might be a little bit weird, but in the side position, I just don't think you're going to really care too much about that, to be honest with you, right? Jairzinho also gets an improvement here. Really good improvement. Passing and shooting definitely really high. Significantly better on the card, to be honest with you. I think with this card, you would still give him a hunter. I think you'd want to increase the pace to be as high as possible. But again, another very similar situation. But I think he already had inside forward. He did, yeah. He did already have inside forward. So that is just like a thing that's kind of like already on the card. I do like all of the extra dribbling stuff that you do give him in regards to like first touch. You give him that driven shot on the card now. This version gets the technical plus and the rapid plus, which, you know, in the side position would actually be pretty nice. The one that I did a review for was this one. And that was like during that time period. So up until now, with all these new cards that come out, things could be a little bit different, right? But this card on a hunter chemistry style with very good pace, very good shooting capabilities, still looks like a card that could be pretty cool as well. Yeah. Hunter with the pace and the shooting would definitely be really cool for him, for sure. Let's see what else we have here. So goat behavior. Obviously not going to be like as much. No. I don't know. I wouldn't go 5-star, 3-star at this point. Goat behavior, Ibarbo. Yeah, Ibarbo trending makes sense. Goat behavior for Bernardo Silva with the first touch plus. Yeah, to be honest, I think this is a pretty drastic improvement. Striker, false 9, inside. So you get first touch and technical. You know what's funny is that this card has defensive stats, but I don't think you would really use him in that sort of way, right? Like this is a card that you use on a hunter and then mostly use, I guess, like right wing position, but he doesn't have finesse shot. So that's like he has finesse shot regular, just not finesse shot plus. So that's a little bit of a downfall for the card. But if you are playing in a sort of formation where you have him on a false 9, his passing could be good because he does have a tiki-taka at least. He doesn't have like incisive or anything like that, right? But a tiki-taka at the very least for general passing capabilities could definitely be really cool. So the usability definitely increases quite a bit for this card. But I think like from what I'm looking at, because this one is 100 and something K, isn't it? Yeah, this is 100K. So some of these improvements that you would definitely have to have, I think you would have to have more chain evils in your team, if I'm being completely honest. Goat behavior. Juan Mata. So you get the Trickster pluses. I don't even know about that. I mean, technical with Trickster is actually not bad. Technical with Trickster is not bad. Not bad. If you do the L1, R1 stuff, it's actually not bad. Especially for a card like this that has 99 dribbling stats. And then on a hunter, you have way better pace, way better shooting. And you're already working with base 99 dribbling. You don't have like press proven and stuff, but like, bro, you have low driven, you have first touch. He's like a playmaker type, right? Yeah, we seen this the other day, actually. This card also 5-star, 4-star, so no finesse shot for that area, but would be mostly nice for the cam position, I would say, on that playmaker, mostly. Shadow Striker would have been decent if they formatted him a little bit differently. Like, if they give him a plus for that, it would definitely be nice, but even still, I still think he looks cool. Honestly, like, if you play certain formations where you use a card like this on the left-hand side for like a 4-2-2 and you like using Shadow Striker in that area in particular, it could still be decent. It could still be decent. Sorry, I'm like fumbling on words now because I was doing such a long video for for the main evolution, right? For the main evolution. Cherki, do you make him usable now? Because his dribbling is usually horribly formatted. Yes, you do. I mean, okay, you know, Hunter chemistry style. He has flair and technical, so you would just do a bunch of flair stuff with him. 5-star, 5-star. Definitely nice, because if I use him on that right-hand side, I'm not too concerned about not working with like a better weak foot. This should be, I would say, like for the price you're paying for, guys, this one's a little bit crazy. I think the foot.gg voting for this one is a little bit wrong, to be honest with you. Because these are cool cards, but the price you're paying for is like a little bit crazy, you know? I think with him, it's cool because he gets Shadow Striker ++ and he gets Inside Forward ++. So if you want to switch between a 4-2-1-3 and a 4-2-2-2, he can play in both of those areas as like a winger sort of player, right? That needs to be added with like a lot of the wing stuff pretty often nowadays for the cards to be like significantly better. I think it's very, very important, to be honest. Yeah, Raphinha gets one too. So Raphinha is 5-star, 4-star, first touch and technical. Does have left wing, but only one inside forward for left wing. And then technically speaking, you could use him on that false 9. ++, inside forward ++ on the right hand side would be decent, but he does not have finesse shot plus, nor does he have a 5-star weak foot. So maybe if you have like, you guys like will know this more than me with the actual in-game stuff, right? But the 5-star weak foot would definitely be really important. So if you have a card that has that, at least that would be really nice. But I don't know, man. The SBC, they overpriced like crazy, but that tiki talk on him is like amazing. And to be fair, I will mention that Raphinha, at least from the SBC card that we checked out, has a really nice left stick to him. So with this card, especially with all of this like new stuff added to him, he could still be really cool. And to be fair, one roll plus is not horrible for that left wing side, you know, but it would be nice to have a double for sure. That's like one of those types of situations. Yeah, like there's some cards here that could definitely be really sick. You have Diallo, who gets or becomes more usable as well. Yeah, I think usability wise, this is where it kind of makes more sense, because if I want to use him as a right winger, which is basically where he plays in real life for Manchester United, and I give him a Hunter, this is like a really nice card for 100k for Diallo, just a nice little straight improvement. You know what I'm saying? Inside forward ++, use him on that right hand side. Decent dribbling capabilities, has a first touch plus, he has Trivela, finesse, right? Also has a low driven too. So the way that the card is formatted is not horrible in that sense. Excuse me. You could also give him a Hawk, but obviously the sprint speed and stuff would be a little bit too low. I don't know if I'd want to work with that specifically. But yeah, on a Hunter, I think the pace and the shooting boost would definitely be really good for him too. So like nice straight improvements like that is not really horrible, right? You have like some of the sentimental cards here that could be really interesting for some people as well. Like you have a player here that plays for Besiktas, who gets a 5-star, 3-star. Again, I would not want to work with a 5-star, 3-star. You would have to hope that there's some sort of evolution chain that you could do that gives him a better weak foot, but it depends on the person. Rodrygo in the game has the 89 dribbling. This is a very important thing that you would have to do to him. Improve the dribbling so that you would have at least the 92 dribbling on this card so that you can provide him, honestly, what looks to be still a Hunter, even with the finishing being really high, just because of the general shooting boost that you give this card, right? So again, right-sided position, right wing area, mostly with the inside forward. You have the first touch, the technical. So on that right-hand side, it would still be nice, right? He has incisive long ball and pinged pass, which is definitely really cool, especially with the driven shot. So if he gets into those sort of attacking areas, he could still be really, really cool. First touch and technical would be very interesting to try out, to be honest. Yeah, that would actually be pretty interesting. Di Maria from Chained Evos, if you did all that. Some people actually did do Di Maria cards. They actually sent me them. Yeah, even if you did chains on him, it's still the same as like some of these other cards. Jota, let's see what Jota looks like. Okay, so Jota, you at least turn into 5-star, 5-star. That's a really big deal. Court Jester would give him a 92 for dribbling. This one would give him 93 for dribbling. Yeah, this card, like, he gets Trickster Plus, which isn't as relevant, I don't think. But honestly, on a Hunter with good pace and good shooting, I don't think you can really go wrong with this choice as a 5-star player. I think the main thing here is if you can get links with the Portuguese players specifically, because if it wasn't for that, then it'd be a little bit more cooked. But even on the left-hand side, if you have to shoot it across, it's not bad. But I'm just looking at the Trivela Plus and being able to utilize that a little bit more, right? Because he still has like finesse. You give him a driven shot, right? Right? No, this one's on the driven. Oh no, sorry. I was thinking about the other one. I was thinking about the other one a little bit too much. My brain is like wired for the other one. So if I said that by accident for any of these cards, then I apologize, but you know what I mean. Just wired for the last evolution we just checked out. Hendrick for a direct upgrade? No, so a chain one, but you still keep him at a 5-star, 3-star. Yeah, so this one I would agree more with the like-dislike ratio on Footbin. This one, like, I understand because they want it to be cheaper, but like it's a good evolution. It's a crazy evolution, to be honest with you. Like that one I'm gonna disagree with. I'm gonna agree with the foot.gg one on that one, but the foot.gg one for this one, I think the likes are high if you have currently really good chain evos. If you have good chain evos right now, then you're cooking. It just depends on the cards that you have. Like, look, this guy, Goat Behavior Parkinson. See, for me, this is what you should be using this for. I think this is where people are liking this this evolution. It's for stuff like this, I think. Because yes, he's 5-star, 3-star, but if you're a Newcastle fan and there's like young talent in your team, you get a usable version of him. Like that's what this one feels like for me. Again, with these things, I wouldn't pay the 100K for them. I would do like the FIFA points thing if that's like something that people do, right? But it has to be like the young talents, man. Like I'm thinking like if I were to go here, like I wonder if like Quenda has one, like just as an example, right? Let's take a look and see here. Yeah, like here's an example, right? So chain evo wise, birthday finale, dynamic finisher, 5-star baller into this, and then you get the good stuff. What is he? He is 5-star, 5-star. I mean, that would be nice on the right hand side. Just doesn't have finesse shot plus, has regular finesse, but still looks pretty cool, right? Like that's a way to like be able to upgrade the card to be pretty nice, right? Like just for like the capabilities of having like a 5-star, 5-star at the very least. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. So if I go to the evolutions and I go to, let's go for like the sentimentals here. Let's see what the vibes are. If there's like direct upgrades, if I don't have to chain them. Then we go Goat Behavior, none. Let's go for FC Porto, just as an example. Yeah, so there you go, right? So I guess this is why people are liking it, because you can do direct upgrades for cards that are probably never going to get improvements. Like Gonzalo Souza, probably never going to get a card. This would be your way to get a better card, right? But you would have to pay for it, obviously. That's kind of like the vibes with him. But, I mean, listen, man, engine chemistry style, right-hand side with inside forward, all of these playstyles added to it for, like, chain evils, like, that's kind of like how you have to do it, I think, to, like, really utilize this one. Because there's a reason why these ones are not trending like crazy over here, because I think this one is mainly going to be for, like, sentimental cards that are now way more usable. You know, I think that's what it kind of comes down to. There might be some that could be really nice. We could take a look and see if anyone like comes up with like some crazy one. Let's take a look and see here. Strike Force Evolutions obviously is a trending one, so we're gonna leave it at that. And then not even a mention for the new the new evolution, because people know which one is the most popular one. But yeah, I think with foot.gg they had trending players for Goat Behavior, but like I don't know, like having Salah there, I don't know if I'd do that. Ibarbo, I definitely put there. I wouldn't mind putting that there. Olise, obviously. With David Beckham, are you just increasing his usability as like an attacking sort of right winger? Is that what it is? Because he would still feel physical. But I guess you could totally do that, to be honest. Like, usability is definitely there. It'd be interesting to score goals with him, but like, it would be weird with him because it would feel like a midfielder playing right wing. You know what I'm saying? This is from the... Was this the SBC? No, it wasn't. 5-star, 4-star for him. Yan Kuto as a right back from Goat Behavior. Interesting. Brahim Diaz. 5-star, 5-star. Technical and a first touch. Actually not bad. I mean, he looks like one of the better choices. Even has intercept, eh? So even though he doesn't have a lot of interception stats, this card inside forward for right wing would be great. Cam, I think he'd be really nice too because he still has incisive pass. So that could still be pretty cool too. That's actually not horrible, this one. He went up in price. That makes sense because he actually doesn't look bad, to be honest. Saka, this is from the SBC. No, it's not. End form card still. Cole Palmer. 92 dribbling. You're still probably... Oh, well, he's 92 dribbling across the board now. So, I mean, usability-wise, it definitely increases. Because he has cam stuff. Like, that's what I'm personally thinking of. So, like, for me... Like, if I want to use him in the side position, I could. I don't have to necessarily use him in the middle if the dribbling base mechanic stuff still bothers me, right? Like, if I want to use him in a 4-2-2, for instance, right? And utilize him on the left-hand side with that shadow striker, like, that could still be really cool. So yeah, you gotta look for these stuff like this that gives you the good rolls with the general stat improvements. I think that's gonna be very important. Like 5-star, 3-star, I'd probably try to avoid unless you have like certain chain evils in your team that are like really good. Some people, maybe they go for Anthony even though he's a 5-star, 1-star. This would be hilarious to actually use in the game. Imagine inside forward with a 1-star weak foot. Oh my goodness. I hope there's an evolution that gives him a +4 for that weak foot for you to do that. But yeah, we'll leave it there, guys. I think we're good for the evolution videos for now. Definitely not as relevant as this striker one. The striker one is insane in comparison to this one. It's insane. Like, so much meta stuff on that one. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video regardless, and I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.